Awesome. I think everybody's here to party. I gotta find some good party music though. Bear with me for a second here. Just let me know if the music gets too loud. Songs. Steve Pizza Eater. You would have loved dinner in Chicago. Jazz Nights. So what's everybody up to? I see 3 people talking, 8 viewers right now. What's going on? Type in the chat box if you have a question or a comment about my curly hair bits. Questions on the music, tour. Let's find some music. Anybody have thoughts on what they want to listen to? Music while we talk and jam? And I love that song. I think probably hard to say what my favorite one. Hey, it's hard to say what song is my favorite one to perform live. I think "You're the Song" is a definite contender, but sort of like what "Oh My Beating Spark" was saying earlier in the conversation. I'm a big fan of "If Ever I Fall Too." That's one of my favorites for sure. "Leap of Faith" is a lot of fun. Um, my MD and I, Steve, are doing "All I Know" just as a piano vocal song right now too. So that's kind of fun. I love doing them all, really. Let's get some favorite songs from those of you who are watching. What's your favorite one on my record if you're familiar with it? So I know. Yeah, I like that one. Leap of Faith is a great song. Robert, did I ever think about doing a different kind of music, or have I always had this style? When I was a kid, I did a little bit of country music, and I listened to mostly rock, to be honest with you. But I've always had sort of a romantic flair, so this type of music is kind of perfect for me. And uh, and I've always loved this type of writing and um, orchestrations and symphonic arrangements. So uh, you know that's a lot of fun. Hey, how are you? Um, but yeah, so I guess to answer your question, I suppose I did kind of dabble in country and stuff when I was a kid, but I've always loved this kind of music, and it's always been my style for sure. Uh, Kevil's question, I think probably my favorite city so far. I loved Vancouver, obviously that's my hometown, but um, I mean every city's been really great, but Chicago was awesome. It was my favorite one so far, and not only for the deep dish pizza, but for an amazing crowd. They're fantastic there. Uh, who is the song? I don't know if I can tell you. Steve Pizza Eater. Um, it's an interesting song. Everybody relates to it in a different way, and people ask me that question all the time. Um, I feel like it's a song that people can relate to from like like a mother son type perspective or some sort of divine type connection. But for me, it's definitely it's a romantic love song. And I think that's something about my music that I kind of love too. Is it's I like to try and do music that people relate to in different ways and can almost create their own meaning too. I feel like that's the test of a great song. Nice. Yeah, it was a great city. It was amazing. Lots of fun. I like to think it's a wedding song too. Absolutely. If I could collab with any artist, if I could collab with any artist, who would I pick? That's a good question. I think right now, it would probably be. Right now, it would probably. Well, I'm on tour with Wanting, and we haven't done a duet yet, and I think that'd be a lot of fun. She's amazing. Um, but I think any artist I could collab with would probably be Emily Sandé right now. I love her. She's amazing. Amazing writer and incredible singer. I think I'm still recovering from the deep dish pizza from Chicago. Once in a lifetime is probably enough for me. I'm sure Volga's got some questions. We talk all the time. At this for Kim, at this point in time, I don't have anything that I know of that's booked in the southern U.S., specifically North Carolina. But if I do, I'll be sure to let you know. Definitely. If I wasn't a singer, what would I want to do? I would fly airplanes. Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. How do you get a sausage and cheese type of guy out of me? That's interesting. I just find on the deep dish there was just so much cheese. I couldn't handle it. It was a one piece thing. And then moving on for sure. Although I suppose you would be the expert, the professional on the matter for sure. Steve Pizza Eater. What else would I do if I wasn't a singer? I said I'd fly airplanes, but I guess I would fly airplanes, or I would fly airplanes. What about collabs with musicians of other countries? Yeah, I think that it would be a lot of fun to. Well, a good example right now actually is, being on tour with Wanting. She's a Canadian um, based artist, but her presence is more in Asia, and and I think that'd be a lot of fun for sure. Or Portuguese singers are amazing for the most part, and I love Portuguese music too. So maybe I will check her out for sure. Where did I end up going in Chicago before the concert? If I'm being completely honest, I was in a giant pink tour bus in the parking garage for a couple hours before the concert, and we left that night right after the show too, which is a bit of a shame. But I would have loved to have seen the city, but we did get the deep dish pizza, which was good. I think it'd also be a lot of fun to do a collaboration with like an instrumental musician. I've always thought that maybe doing something with like a flamenco guitar player would be a lot of fun. Hey, I'm in Toronto right now, actually, Donald. We have a show. I have a show with Wanting tomorrow night at the Queen Elizabeth Theatre at the CNE. You should come check it out. It'll be a lot of fun. David Foster is David Foster is an incredible man. He's a cool dude for sure, but he's got this energy about him. It's like an aura that like inspires greatness in people, and he can make the EDM inside my classical crossover music too. So people like just everybody. I'm not sure if I passed through Michigan on my way to Toronto. I think I was sleeping, although I imagine so, coming from Chicago. How many languages can I sing in? Let's count. English, German, Italian, French, Spanish. English, German, Italian, French, Spanish. I think that's it. So five, I guess, is the answer. I may have done a Russian song once. Thoughts on the tenors? We have done shows with David Foster together before. We've been on the same tours and everything. They're awesome guys. I love those dudes, and I'd love to collaborate with them for sure. What music inspires me? Another good question. I mean, I would say that making music inspires me the most. I mean, I really am artistically inspired by all music. I was just trying. I was working on a. Maybe I'm letting the cat out of the bag here, but I was working on a song that I'm thinking about putting into my set as a familiar cover. If you guys know the song "Say Something," um, I was working on that earlier, and I think that's an incredible song. I do love that song too, a million pieces. Um, I've been doing that one in the set, opening for Wanting right now, and people seem to really like that one. So it's a lot of fun. One of my favorites for sure, because it's kind of more, it's a little more energetic. I'm gonna try a feature on this thing. I'm gonna poll you guys really quick. What do you think? Uh, Let's try this out. All right, I think I'm polling you guys right now. You can tell me if that works. Say Something is one of my favorite songs right now because it is real. It's just I mean, the piano, I really want to do it kind of just piano and vocal. I think it'd be really, really awesome. I love that song. It's so raw. It's the best. We're good buddies now. We've only known each other for a week, me and Wanting, but we're becoming very fast friends. She's awesome. Uh, for Volga, I'm doing If Ever I Fall a little bit differently on this tour because I'm not traveling with a guitar player, so it's a little more piano based, but it's going really well. It's awesome. Love the song. Maybe I'll do like a video of Say Something. Maybe I'll see if I can talk Wanting into doing a video with me, and we can post it for you guys on all the socials and see what you think. Looks like we are heavily in favor of doing Say Something as a duet. 92%. I like it. I'll have to show her that. Yeah, Kelly's pretty awesome. She'd kill that song. I'll have to tell her. Maybe I'll see if I can bring her back on my Ustream and show her how much we want to do that. I'll tell her. I'll text her right now. Be a lot of fun. So we've got 3 more cities left on the tour. Pretty exciting. We're doing Toronto at the uh, what's it called? The Queen Elizabeth Theatre tomorrow night. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then we've got Ottawa and Montreal, I think. I can't believe that my part of the tour is almost over already. It's crazy. I'm just starting to have fun. I'd like to know what some of the favorite songs are from my album from you guys. Aside from Volga, she always tells me. Or maybe you guys have some other ideas of what I can do as like a duet with Wanting out on tour. Out of those 3 cities, you know what? If I'm being completely honest with you, I've only ever been to Toronto. I haven't been to Ottawa or Montreal, so I'm really really looking forward to going to Montreal because there's said to be so much culture there. Um, but it's going to be a bittersweet day. It'll be the end of the tour, and I'll have to say goodbye to a lot of good friends. Of course, you always tell me to. The dynamic duo of twins. I seem to get "You Are the Song" in a million pieces pretty often when I ask people what their favorite song is on the record. Um, my favorite hockey team until yesterday was the Canucks. Now I'm very, very upset because they've done something that breaks my heart, and they've traded away my favorite player. But if I'm being honest with you, I haven't watched a hockey game since the Olympics, and I hadn't watched a hockey game for a little while before that because I've been so busy, which is too bad because I love it. But um, yeah, the Canucks were my favorite, but I'm sort of a recovering Canuck fan right now. What type of music do I listen to the most? I listen to a lot of I listen to a lot of the pop ballads that are kind of happening right now because I like to know what people are into and what people are listening to, and I like to kind of know what's going on. But I suppose for my own personal enjoyment, I listen to, I really love anything that has like strings and orchestral arrangements and all of that stuff that I kind of think of as real music. Um, so like the Buble stuff, the Groban stuff, the tenor stuff is great. Uh, uh, I mean, and occasionally some Keith Urban will come on my iPod. I won't lie, and that's a lot of fun. But I listen to right now. I'm listening to a ton of music in the gym, so uh, a little bit more upbeat at this point in time. I started performing when I was 6, I think. I think that's when I had my first competition. And I was doing country. I think I did a Garth Brooks song because I grew up in a very country music area. How's everything sounding on the other side, by the way? Can everybody hear me? I'm going a little bit crazy over Keith Urban right now. I think there are some of his songs that are just killer, really, really, really great ballads, and I'm all about the ballads. I can't help myself. I'm a hopeless romantic. Aside from them, or aside from Keith Urban, I should say, I saw. Who did I see? I saw Lady Antebellum not so long ago, and they were amazing. I have never heard of Chinese reggae. It sounds like a very interesting type of music, though. I'm gonna have to look it up now. Thank you very much, Kimberly. Appreciate that. That's very sweet of you. The Grobanites have been very good to me so far. And that man, you guys obviously have good taste because that man has an incredible voice. So I've got about 5 more minutes, and then I've got to go to rehearse for this show tomorrow. But I'd love to be able to answer a few more questions and talk to you guys a little bit more. That's funny. The tenors and Keith Urban have kind of an interesting. They have parallels. They do mostly ballads. iTunes collection. What would be the most surprising find? Probably a little bit of Miley Cyrus. My favorite dish to cook. Well, if you guys, if any of you guys follow me on Instagram or Twitter, you probably know that I'm a foodie and like a weekend chef. So my favorite dish to cook is probably Chateaubriand or any kind of risotto or breakfast. Good breakfast is good. Uh, do I write songs? Yeah, I definitely write. We chose to not uh, write a whole lot on this record that I just released, but I can definitely see myself. I can definitely see myself writing for the next one. But I'm gonna give it about another 2 minutes, and then I've got to sign off, unfortunately. I do have some video of the performances that I'm going to be posting here fairly soon, probably in the next day or so. So if you keep your eyes on my Facebook, you can see those either Facebook or Twitter or both. All right. Miss you too, Hoang. I'm gonna sign off now, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by, and to Keith Spella, I do definitely hang around after the set. So if you're here on Friday night, come and say hello after the set for sure. I'll be near the merch stand or the back of the room. According to my family, my most annoying habit is perpetually singing. I never stop. I'm always making noises. When am I touring in California, San Francisco? Well, I wish that I could stay on the Wanting tour through the West Coast, but I don't think that that's going to happen. But if that changes, I will let you know for sure. Will I be in New York? I was in New York not so long ago, so I'm hoping I will be back there soon because I love the city. Okay, I'm going to sign off now. Thanks to everybody for stopping by, and I'll do this again real soon, and we can chat again. That'd be awesome. Hopefully, I have a little more time next time. Thanks so much, guys.